Welcome back to another episode of The Man Behind the Beard. I am your host, Nick Breezy. I have a very, very special guest with me today. One of my best friends, Nikisha Abrahams. We met a few years ago on the Truman, and we've been tight ever since. You know, she's been a little bit of my confidant at times. Advisor. You know what I mean? So. Nikisha, if you want to give the people a little introduction about yourself.
Hey everybody, I'm Nikisha, or Keisha, whichever one. He likes to call me both whenever he feels like it. So yeah. Yeah, I'm just here. I'm a little midget. Like he likes to call me midget too.
Don't forget about Chucky Shoes.
He calls me crazy. Yeah. So he asked me to hop on this podcast, so here I am, first guest down.
Yeah, very, very first guest of the very new and exciting show. So today I want to talk about communication. So like I asked you before, communication is probably like I said before, communication is like your middle name. Like that's all you care about. Like how to communicate.
That is not all I care about.
Okay, it's not. But that's not the point though. Okay, that's really not the point. But communication is key in all aspects of a relationship. Can we agree about that?
There you go. Okay. That's what I say.
That is?
That's what I say.
Here's what you say. So one question I want to talk about, or one thing I want to talk about today was, why do you think, from your perspective, right? Like, why do you think like communication is so flawed between men, women, like whether it's romantic relationships, friendships, whatever? Like, why do you think it's so flawed?
I think everything stems from a place. So I think if everyone grew up a certain way, or if they don't see that in a place of where they were brought up or something like that, or they just, because charity begins at home. So if you don't see certain things like communication, if you were surrounded by good communication, or people have their own definition of what good communication is to what bad communication is, then you're going to take that throughout your life and just take it on until someone tells you, well, that's not really good communication, or you actually really you have good communication. So I think it comes from a place of where it all begins, because I think everything stems from somewhere in our lives. So if you don't have a good pattern to follow, then you're going to follow that exact same pattern as you continue. And that's everything in your life. Communication and how you live your life, do things in your home, or whatever the case may be. So if they don't have a good pattern, then they're not going to follow. It's going to be flawed somewhere, shape, or form, because you're going to see one way, and then the person's going to see another way, and then they're going to clash.
Okay, so that kind of leads me to my next question. So what if I feel like I got good communication skills, right? Like I feel like I got them. Like me,
you personally?
No.
Oh.
Me being someone else, right? But I do got good communication skills. But that's not the point right now. That's not the point. Okay? But me being someone else, right? And I feel like that me being someone else feel like, well, I got communication skills, but you just not understand it. Like, that's your bad. So then how do you battle that? So like if I tell you, you know what I'm saying, like, hey Keisha, we gonna record today at 6 o'clock. we gonna record. We gonna go out or whatever today at 6 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? Like now, I told you this, so it shouldn't be any more understanding about that, right? Because I said we gonna do X, Y, Z at 6 o'clock.
Bad example. Pick another example.
Oh my God. Okay. You go on a date with somebody. Let's put it like that. You go on a date with a dude. He say, "All right, I'm gonna be there at 6, right? I'm gonna be at the office at 6." And you don't. Now he established that hours before, and he hasn't said anything changing about it not being beyond 6 or before 6. So why does that need to be more communication after that?
I don't think there needs to be more communication. How I am, if you tell me in the morning, or we had a conversation early in that morning say, hey, we're gonna meet up for like 6 o'clock and we're gonna go such and such, whatever the case may be. That's like you text me at like 10 o'clock in the morning. I'm gonna text you at like 3. Hey, we still good for 6, just to make sure like nothing has changed. Just because you ain't say nothing, I ain't say nothing, that don't mean things can happen. Things can change. So me personally, I'm gonna check up and I'm gonna be like, hey, we still on for 6, right? Like that happened to me the other day. Like me and some friends were supposed to meet up. We ain't talked all day. So somebody was like, hey, yo, we still good for 6, right? Yeah. Check it situation.
Check it out situation.
Just making sure everything's still Gucci.
Right, okay, I understand that part. Make sure everything's still Gucci, but would you get upset? Like, if the guy says, like, all right, well, like, yeah, I told you 6, like.
No, I wouldn't get upset. I would just be like, hey, I'm just making sure that, things are still copacetic. Because once I start getting ready, I'm heading out the door. So I need to know if I need to start getting ready or not. Because let me go shimmy out in my bed and rub these heels together. Because you're not getting me out after that.
Well, Nikisha gets shut down, I know.
Well, nigga, listen. DJ Blanket on the 1s and 2s is pillow 1 and 2. Come on now. I'm in there.
Anyway, so do you have an example of times where, like, you were dating someone where, like, communication you felt was, like, really, really bad? And, like, what did you do in those situations?
Oof. If I had $1 for every one of those. Absolutely. Let me see which one I can talk about without getting in trouble. I mean, I don't care, but I don't care. Okay, so let me be careful. Okay, so okay, so me and somebody, yeah, we can say we were dating. Sure. Okay, we'll stick with that. And they already we've already had like numerous conversations about communication and how important it is to me and what is kind of like not really expected, but kind of like a line of boundary for me that I will not cross. I will not, if I set my standard that way, I'm gonna follow it that way, because dating in 2023, 24 is basura. So no, I'm gonna set a standard, and if you can get up there and it's really not that high to me, then I'm just gonna fade away. So boom, I tell you, and I'm gonna just say you, I tell you, you like to play video games. Like, you come home after a long day's work and you just want to decompress. You get you a drink and you hop on your game and just ball out with your boys, you have fun. Cool. I have no problem with that. If I'm texting you and I'm used to you responding back to me, like we just started talking, we're just getting to know each other. Like, I don't know you from a can of paint, you don't know me from a can of paint. We just on this street of getting to know each other. We're probably dating. We've already been on some dates, like that. So if you normally we're texting each other and we're getting responses flowing back and forth, it's constant, and then all of a sudden you disappear. To me, you disappear. Like the conversation, I ask you something and we're having a mid conversation, they just go dead. And I'm like, hello? What's going on? Dead. For hours. So well, I'm going to send you like 5 text messages, because that's not what's happening. Because no. So you come back like 2 hours later and was like, oh my bad, I was playing a game. Okay, that's the first time. I let it slide. Okay, cool. Next day, we chilling, we talking regular, like, hey, you want to come over after work, whatever, I want to see you. Cool. Sure. Come over, right? We supposed to be getting to know each other, right? Why are you hopping on the game? I'm getting to the communication part. Why are you hopping on the game while I'm sitting there for 2 hours? Okay, so now I'm laying the line down. We supposed to be getting to know each other, right? We supposed to be communicating? Like, we supposed to be talking? Like,
but y'all talking while he playing though.
no, he got the headphones on and he talking to his friends.
But he's still talking to you though. Like he got.
Okay, but I came over there to watch you play a game.
No, but what I'm saying.
Okay. You could have stopped there, though. You could have stopped there, now. So I'm not coming over there to watch somebody play no game. Especially if we just met and you talking about you want to see me. No. So, boom. You'll see me in a couple weeks. I tell you, listen, I'm not about to fight with you over no game. I'm not going to fight for your attention with no game. So, if we're supposed to be having a conversation, communicate and let me know, hey, I'm about to hop in the game, we can talk later, or just let me know that this is what's happening, that you about to play your game, so I know, boom, what's up. You gonna be just in me your TV and you not trying to talk to me right now, you just trying to decompress. That's fine. I have no problem with that. Like, no. Just let's know. Just let me having a conversation and then you disappeared for like 5 hours and I'm like, okay, so now it keeps happening. So in my mind, I'm like, okay, so you didn't hear me the first time. So that means what I said when it came out the others, that or you just don't give two shit. Okay, cool. So I'm not talking to you no more. I'm not reaching out to you. You gonna reach out to me when you need to talk to me. And let's see if you catch yourself. So my final straw, you hadn't seen me in weeks. You had something for me that I wanted back before I went away somewhere. And you said to me, oh, hey, yeah, you could come pick it up. And plus, I want to see you too, blah, 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 because I haven't seen you in a couple weeks. Okay, that's nice. That's cool. Okay, cool. So I get in front of your house and I'm texting you, hey, I'm downstairs. No response. Hey, I'm here. No response. 20 minutes go by, so I call. Hey, I'm outside for like 20 minutes. You didn't see me text you? You could come up. The door's open. What are you doing? Oh, I'm playing the game. Oh, okay. Ashton, come out, because you must be playing a prank on me at this point. So, you haven't seen me in weeks. You know I'm about to go away. And then you tell me to come over because you wanted to me because you haven't seen me in a couple of weeks, but I'm telling you I'm here, I'm outside, come open your door, and now I call you and you're like, oh, I'm playing the game, you can come up. No, I went collect my belongings. I went upstairs, I stood at the front. He's like, what's going on? You're not gonna come over? All around with the headphones and the video game, he looking back. I'm like, where's my stuff? He's like, I was downstairs. Okay, I went downstairs and took it and slammed the door and left. Never heard from him again. Well, he was in my phone, but I never responded because I'm not finna play. I'm not about to compete with no man and no video game. It's not happening. You gotta learn how to communicate. Like,
so you told him that you're not about to communicate with no video game and his friends, right? You told him off rip. I guess like after the first instance, like, hey, just talk to me about when you need to decompress or whatever. And he still didn't take the signs. He was just like, all right, cool. So I guess my question to you is now obviously the show is about growth. So we're gonna get to me in a second. I kind of want to get the nitty gritty of this one. So you did all of that. So what made you continue to keep talking to him or keep responding back to him at least?
Because I'm a person of chances. And I'm a person of, I will always go the extra mile, even though I know I was supposed to let go a very long time ago. That's always been a flaw of mine in majority of my relationships. Sometimes I just don't know how to let go when I should have let go at date number 1. Stop making that ugly face. So, I always give chances and chances upon chances. And when I see that, I'll be like, all right. Now, I'm just like, okay, I don't got time. You go in the archive box. I don't see your name in my phone anymore.
The archive box?
Archive box. The archive box. Archive box.
Never to be seen again?
Never to be seen again. So Samsung, before they did all these upgrades, I could have blocked somebody and I would still get that message. I'll just have to go into the actual block folder to get it. They took that up. They took that feature away. So if I block you, I'm not seeing you no more. I'm not seeing the messages, even if you did try to text me.
Yeah.
I want to see when you text me. So if I put you in the archive box, I see it. But I'm not getting the messages. I just got to go in, get it. I just put you in the archive box. You just go in the archive box. And I got a whole bunch in the archive box.
So you still wanted to see the message even though you're not gonna respond?
I'm not. I just like to look at it. Be like, yep, there you go.
My G. That's low-key toxic as hell.
Okay. You know how great I sleep at night? Sleep like a baby.
I know you
Hello.
do. I know you do.
Hello. With naps.
And what? Never mind. But but your story kind of reminds me of something like that. With that, I guess like I would constantly go through. Like I can tell you, I had like bad communication skills.
No kidding.
Up.
No kidding.
Okay, chill on me. All right. Chill on me. But I have very, very bad communication skills. But something that I think I learned was that I didn't want to hurt that person's feelings, so I just didn't communicate. So, but I know it sounds dumb, right? Like to say, well, I'm not going to tell you X, Y, Z because I don't want to hurt your feelings, or I don't want to feel the smoke of what you got to say, or what else?
Why do men do that? Why do men do that? And why do men put all females in a box thinking that they're all going to behave a certain way when you tell them the truth? When in true reality, you don't know what you're gonna get if you tell them the truth, and that person might just be like, respectfully take your truth and just be like, okay, at least you was honest and upfront, and be done with it and move on.
Well, I can't speak for all men, but I think majority of us probably feel like, yeah, I'm not trying to take your options away from you, but I know what the best option is. So I'm going to do the best option.
And you just call me toxic? And you just call me toxic? Okay.
Listen.
Okay.
I'm not saying I was
if
perfect.
I'm toxic,
I'm still not perfect.
Okay.
And I'm still not perfect. But what I'm saying is that's what dudes do, and that's what I have done, been known to do. At least for me, in my perspective. Like, I don't no. Like, I know what's best for the situation, so I'm not gonna tell you shit. Like, no. And you might be the most understanding, the most caring, lovable, loving, kind-hearted, all this type of woman, but at the same time, though, like, I might not just want to see you cry because I told you X, Y, Z thing. I may not want to just hurt your feelings because I told you X, Y, Z thing. So therefore, I might like try to ease it in some way, somehow. I might not tell you at all. I might just.
So what's the best? What's the best that you're talking about? You know what's best for the situation. What's the best? You?
So, not me. Like I know what's best for the situation because it's my.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Are you saying the best for that situation is you, or the way how you choose how to do it, not say nothing?
Yeah, the option that I'm choosing to go with is the best for that situation. So, like in the last episode, right? I was talking about telling the ex-wife about Tanner being born and stuff like that, and literally I had to go smoke me a cigar and drink a beer before I even told her that situation. Like, I was literally in my car. How the fuck? How am I gonna tell this woman that this shorty 20 minutes away from the house is pregnant? Like, how am I gonna tell her that?
I would kill you.
Most women have said that they would have killed
you. I would have killed you. Angela Bassett style. I would have killed you.
She didn't kill nobody though. But she didn't kill nobody.
You would have been in that car.
I was on fire?
You would have been in that car.
Burning up?
You would have been in that car.
Okay. But well, that's not the only example, right? So I mean, but I've had like, situations where I'm trying to think of a good one because I got so many miscommunication situations.
Like when you don't talk to me for like months? Are we supposed to be best friends? And you don't text me, and I always gotta be the one to text you, and then you gonna be like, oh, I meant to text you today, but this, that, and the third. Oh, I meant to text you yesterday, but this, that. If I had $1 for every time that's in my phone from you, ooh, I would be rich.
It's like 3 times, but that's not. You have $3. Okay, we ain't got to go through all that. We don't have to go through all of that. Like,
because you know I love me some receipts.
Yeah, I know, but that's not even important though. Like that's
okay.
That part not even important. But the point is, do I have bad communication skills still? I think so. I think there are times when I do have bad communication skills. When it comes to friends and personal relationships, I do have bad communication skills too.
And you ain't learn nothing?
I'm still learning. I'm growing. It's an evolution.
So why it still take you weeks to text me and I still gotta text you first?
What I tell you?
No, I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing.
Jamaican. I'm Jamaican.
First of all, you're not Jamaican and you're not about to play my Jamaican friends. That's what you're not gonna do. Okay? You're not gonna play my Jamaican friends talking about you Jamaican, cause I'll make you get stalked. Don't do it. Don't do it.
About who? The point I'm making is, you know that I have multiple jobs. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be legit busy. Like for real, I'll be busy. And
what do I tell you about busy? Say it.
It don't matter how busy you are. It doesn't take long to send a text or a call.
Oh, okay. And especially in this day and age where there's voice notes, there is simple auto text messages. Speech to text.
I'm not using it as an excuse. I'm just telling you what it is. Is it a bad excuse? I just told somebody this the other day that I take responsibility in the fact of like me not communicating for XYZ reason is not good. Like I take ownership of that. Like I acknowledge the fact that I should say this, that, and the third to them. That I should be more open with telling them things or whatever. But sometimes, like I'm just like, and I think it might just be a guy thing. I'm just like, you don't need to know everything. You know what I'm saying? Like if I gave you this little bit of information, like you good. Like just relax.
What do you consider everything?
So it goes back to the whole thing about like, if I tell you that I'm busy, right? Or like, hey, I got a long work week or whatever this week, or I ain't gonna say a week. So I was talking to somebody and I was like, hey, my bad, you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't really hit you up or whatever. Like, I just been like hella busy with work or whatever. And I didn't say nothing else for like a day and a half. Well, I didn't say a day and a half, maybe like a day. And then I was like, hey, me not saying anything to you, because we were supposed to hang out or whatever, me not saying anything to you, it was wrong. Because I should have said something to you instead of just leaving you, blacked out or whatever, like not responding back to you at all. And I said, I'm wrong for that. Like, and I'm my bad, and I apologize. I acknowledge the fact that I should have said something. Like, being busy or resting or sleeping or whatever, because that's not an excuse. So, I own up to my mistake. And it was like, I hope this really isn't you, because being ghosted is not good. It doesn't feel good to be ghosted. And I was like, I get it. Like, I get what you're saying, but again, I'm not ghosting you. I'm just letting you know I acknowledge the fact that I am flawed, or I was flawed right then, but I take ownership of what I did. My bad.
Was this before or after the fact?
This was after.
Okay, by after I mean before after I mean, was this before or after the person said something to you that you owned up to it?
No, so she didn't say anything at all about it.
Oh,
I said
okay.
it.
Okay. Time
I
had
called her.
passed and then you said it.
So it was a little time had
Okay.
passed. Yeah, a little time had passed. So it was like a day, and then like that morning or something like that, or that afternoon, I was like, hey, my
Yeah.
bad, da 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 da.
You would have been in the archive box the next day.
For a day?
Again, it comes back to if we're supposed to be getting to know each other, if we're in a fresh stage of getting to know each other, again, standards are set. You don't know me, I don't
Yeah,
know you. So
right.
standards are set. I'm not asking for the world, the stars, and the moon. Just asking for simple communication. So if we're supposed to be getting to know each other, and I say something to you, and it takes 2 3 days to answer, my guy, don't text me back.
It
I
was only a
promise you, don't
day.
text. Please
It
don't
was
text
only
me
a
back.
day.
Please don't text me
Matter of
back.
fact, it wasn't even a full day. It was maybe like 12 hours, if that.
Please don't text me back. So okay, fine. So you sent that message. After that, was it consistent after that, or you still was
Nah, like it was. I went back to. I was in the red, as they say in the Navy. I was in the red. I went back to green. I went back to the green. You know what I'm saying?
okay? All right,
You know
you're
what I'm
gonna
saying?
pass. You're gonna pass.
Yeah.
But I still would have put you in the
But
archive box.
it'll be no need to put me in the archive box
I would
if
have
I'm
put you in the
if
archive
I'm if
box.
I'm if I'm commu if I communicated the fact that hey, I know what's wrong, that I haven't said anything to you
I'm
in
gonna check
12
you
hours.
out when you sent that message, but I'm saying I'm gonna place you there regardless.
How does one get out the archive box then? How does one if I'm apologizing to you, if I apologize,
When you sent
acknowledge
that message, I would have took you out the box.
this is crazy. This is really insane.
I've been
Yeah,
through too much to just allow the same tomfoolery to keep happening. I can't. I
I
can't.
agree with that.
And you
I,
know some of the tomfoolery I've been through. So no. It needed to keep repeating itself. So no. Mm-mm. I'm
so now,
over it. I is
do you
tired.
do you have the same standard when it comes to like your like your female friends too?
My best friends will tell you if I text them today and I don't get a text by the next day, I'm going on Facebook and tagging you. Somebody finds such and such because they're not responding to my text message, and they come in my inbox right away and be like, "Why you gotta do that?" Cause you know better. You know better. You know why I'm here. You know I'm just checking on you. You could go back in your little hole from where you came from, but make sure you answer me. Because if it's one thing all my best friends can definitely agree on is that I always answer my phone. I it's not to say that my phone, I don't think anybody's phone should be joined to their hip. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is you never know what that phone call or text message is until you look or acknowledge it. You never know
I
what's
agree.
going to be on that other line. You never know what type of news you're going to get. Like this morning, I kid you not. I was driving to work and a person called my phone on Instagram, somebody that I haven't spoke to in decades, somebody I went to school with back home in the Caribbean. And I'm looking at it and I literally almost declined it because I'm like, what are you calling me for? I was going to decline and be like, hey, what's up? I answered the call and I got the worst news of my life of my best friend dying in Guyana. If I did not
Oh,
answer
okay.
that call, I would not have known what the heck was going on. So I always tell people, and I'm a texter. Everybody know I'm a big texter. I'm going to text you till thy kingdom come. If I call you, know something else. Call
Yeah, I agree.
nobody. Call my mama and I call my sister. That's it. I don't call people. So if I call your phone, oh, something wrong. So I am the way of if someone calls me, I'm gonna answer my phone. If somebody texts me, I'm gonna answer. Now, if I look at the text and it's somebody I don't need to answer right now, and I see it's not important, then and I'm doing something, then you can wait 5 10 minutes or something. It's okay. But I'm always the person to answer or check my phone at all times. I don't care where I am. I don't care what it is. I've always said that you never know what is on that other line. It could be life or death. And it would be very remiss that that person decide to give you that call and you be the last person in their mind that they're thinking of they're going to call because that person always answered their phone. You never know. That's how I treat my phone. That's just how it is with me in communications. If I text my friends and they don't answer, I'm putting you on blast. You got 24 hours to hit my inbox.
Well, good thing you never did that. So to me, so I guess we good. But it's funny, you say that. So like I remember a situation where you talked about the whole, like you never know like what's on the other end of that text message. So this is like 2015. No, it's 2014. So I'm going through the whole new dad era, splitting up from the ex-wife shit.
I'm about to say which time.
Chill. I'm splitting up from the ex-wife, and this like Tanner is like a baby. He's like maybe like 2-3 months old at this point. And so, like, I'm already feeling down and out about, like, I done ruined this woman's fucking life, and I've, like, made her cry this, and I got a whole son that, and I gotta pay alimony here, and I gotta move out of my apartment because I can't afford it. I'm like a baby-ass, probably like a baby-ass third class at this point. So, baby-ass third class. So I go to Applebee's, and at this time, me and my ex-wife, like, we were, like, texting. Like, I'm trying to get her back, but, like, not trying to get her back. So what I mean by that is, because at that point, I thought it to be checkers and not chess. So I was like, well, I knew she was going to leave anyway. I knew she was going to leave me anyway, but I still want to, it is.
I see much hasn't changed.
Anyway, but so I'm at Applebee's, right? I'm sitting there. I think the NBA Finals or something is on, playoffs is on, and me and her going back and forth. And I'm like, I miss you, and I don't want to be without you, and da da da. And she's like, bro, I don't care. You made those decisions, type of time. So I'm like, well, you know what? F it. I'm going home, and I'm gonna kill myself. I told her that. I said, I'm gonna kill myself. I said, I'm gonna go home. I said, I'm already here at Applebee's. I'm drinking. I'm eating. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna down a bottle of what I had. I think I had Bombay. I think I had some Bombay at the house at that time. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna go home and down the Bombay.
Oh, you really wanted to die.
It was over. And I said, I'm taking the gun and I'm gone. Now, my best friend, Perry, Lauren, I text Lauren, I'm like, Lauren, I don't know if you're going to see this, but I'm going home and I'm doing the business. As I'm leaving Applebee's, she calls me and she said, what are you doing? I said, I'm about to go home, bro. She said, Nick, my phone was on D&D, and God told me to check my phone. She's like, I'm about to take a nap. She's like, I was in the middle of taking a nap, but God told me to check my phone. And she came by and saved me. So I bring that up to say that you never know what's on the other end of that phone. Somebody might really genuinely need you. And I think that I know it goes back to the whole like open lines of communication, being able to converse and talk to people that you like, love, and just enjoy their company with. So, I just wanted to share that story because you brought it up to make a point. So, and I do know that you are one of those people that you're very communicative. You do like to communicate. You are open about how you want to be communicated to and with. You do get on my ass about why you ain't heard from me. You know what I'm saying? When it's been like a week or a week and a half, like, boy, why I ain't heard from you?
2 weeks.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, ladies and gentlemen. 2 weeks, okay? Anyhow, but yeah, so I do know that you're open about, I know that you do love communication. So if I can say anything, I do appreciate that about you, because you do make sure, like, when you ain't heard from me, when you ain't heard from me, like you make sure to be like, why I ain't heard from you? Like, stop playing with me, boy. Like, I'm not like stop playing with me. So I do love that about you. So thank you,
I pray that this wish reaches the right audience, because child, people be they be just spinning stuff. And trying to spinning stuff and trying to put dirt in the name and call it something else, when really and truly, I just be looking out for folk.
You be looking out for folks?
Yeah.
Oh.
Just be looking out for folk.
That you do. You do be looking out for folks.
Just be looking out for me.
But you know what I think though? I think to certain individuals, not all, but to certain individuals, I don't know if they see it that way. I don't think.
Of course, that's why I said they take it and spin it and say it's something else.
Yeah. They definitely take it for. They definitely take.
Me? Ain't no way. Whatever.
But okay, so do you think that? So with that being said, with communication and people spinning things, do you think it's because we always see? We potentially see that person as an older person, as the old version of themselves, and you think that like they'll never change?
I think maybe because they've never had somebody care for them that much, so when they get it, it's like, ooh, that's weird. Back off. So if they're not, like I said, it's a pattern. If they're not used to getting love at home or their attention or whatever, someone really looking out for them from day one and sticking to their word and being like, yo, I'm going to be there for you no matter what, give me a call, whatever the case may be. I'm going to show up for you no matter what. If you're going through something, let me know. If they're not used to hearing that, so as soon as somebody else come be that to them and is showing that to them, they take it as, she's harassing me. Ooh, child. Okay. You can go.
Or could it be that they're just scared because they never had it before?
That's what I just said. If they never got it before and they're getting it now in their face and they're like, oh, wait, back up. Hold up. What is this? This is unusual activity and emotions and feelings here. No, this is... And that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm back up.
Yeah. I've experienced that. I've experienced that before. Like it was shit I was just not ever used to being experienced to, and I was like, whoa, stop, slow down, chill, okay? Like I've never felt this before. Like this is new to me, so I need a second to like recalibrate my damn self and get used to these new feelings and emotions that like now that I'm experiencing. So
it's just like if you were like in a whole serious relationship with somebody and you're used to doing something with them, and you become single and you stay single for like a good minute, and as soon as you get back into that relationship and it's like you gotta like retrain yourself to go back into the relationship ways, it's like, wait, hold on, wait, do I really want to be in a relationship? Hold on, wait a minute, it's just like that. It's like because you're not used to it, so it's like I know how to treat everybody in my life or not in my life. As people say, you gotta know who your friends are, and if you don't know who they are, then you won't know how to be away with them and be the person that they need you to be. You can't be the same way with everybody because everybody's not gonna react away to everything the same way. So you gotta know your friends, and the people that you call your friends, at least, because.
Yeah, not everybody's cookie cutter.
Everybody not everybody.
Not everybody's your friend. You're right. But I mean, I think that takes just the process of just weeding people out, vetting people out, using discernment. You know what I'm saying? And just being aware of like how motherfuckers move and how they shift and everything, how they talk to you, how they don't talk to you. And I think that's where like a lot of where it goes a lot too, where how they don't talk to you. And because like I remember I use the saying like a loud sound in the house or a room with the silence. And in between like just regular phone conversation, like no communication. And that tells you a lot more than what you need. You know what I'm saying? Or a lot more than what you already know. I ain't heard from this person and XYZ long time, whatever, like, what the fuck is going on? That's
Mm-hmm.
what talking to me. What's good with you? And that ain't might have nothing to do with you, but it's like, all right, well, let me reach out to this person. Like, they might be going through something.
Yep. Yep. I did that, and now it turned into something else. So I backed off. If nobody don't answer my text messages no more, I'm gone. Cause now I'm triggered.
You going bye bye?
Yeah, cause I'm triggered now. I'm triggered.
You triggered.
I'm triggered. You ain't gonna throw dirt in my name. I'm triggered. Mm-mm.
So now, are you triggered because dirt has been thrown on your name before, or because
No, just
of
for
the
that
communication?
instance. Yes, because I was, I guess, to them, overly communicating, if that's a thing, or overly being concerned. It took it as harassment. So for somebody to say that when you were just checking on you sincerely, but you didn't have the decency or the audacity to say, hey, I don't want you talking to me anymore. Or, hey, I'm going through something. Can you just give me some time? Hey, it's getting a little weird that you're always talking or texting me. Instead of saying those things, no, you just, instead of communicating those things, you just block, delete, and then go accuse the person of harassment. So no.
That's pretty deep.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it. And like I said, I pray it reaches the audience that this does, cause child.
Well, see, I think so. I used to date a girl. I don't say she was overly communicative. I'm like, I don't think that's a real thing, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's a real thing to be overly communicative. But like she would volunteer a lot of information. Like, hey, well, I'm going to do this, that, and the third today. I just want to let you know, so on and so forth. And to me, I'm like, okay, like, all right. Well, I'm only going to blah 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 today. Cool.
Right. So if you're so used to that, like say you got like she did that for like a month straight, and at that one time she don't do that, would you not trip and be like, well, what the hell is the rundown for today? What's going on?
Me, probably not.
Oh God, you're wrong.
I'm saying
you're the wrong.
What I'm saying is, I don't need all of that information. Like, I don't need. Now, would it feel weird that I'm not getting this long laundry list of shit that you got to do today? It would probably feel weird because I'm so used to it. But as Nick, I don't need a laundry list of what you got to do today or over communicative whatever. Like, I don't need that. You tell me about to go to the store? Okay, cool. You're going to the store. Now, the store could be the mall, for all I know. The store could be the mall. It could be the discount tires. It could also be Speedway. And it could also be Blockbuster. Who the fuck knows, right? It could be all those things rolled into, I'm going to the store. Alright. You're going to the store. That's how my brain thinks. Because, like I said, I think I'm a very low maintenance person. Like, I don't need a lot of stuff. I'm very low maintenance. Beg your pardon?
Huh?
Beg your pardon? We gonna dive into that at some point. But I don't really need a whole bunch of stuff. I don't. But communicating stuff that I do need has been. It used to be hard. It used to be hard to communicate stuff that I need.
Okay, so you communicate that better now.
Try.
Okay.
I try.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm not the best still. I'm still learning and growing. You know what I'm saying? But like I had a conversation with Dominique last night. Mom's mom. So I had a conversation with her last night about communicating, and I was like, well, I don't want to tell you, or I can't tell you certain things because one, I'm probably embarrassed about it, or two, I just don't say anything or whatever. And she asked me why. And I was like, well, I don't know because I just don't say it. Like I just don't say it. Like I know because so we were having a discussion about me helping her more with Miles, like from a distance, only from a distance, and so she was like, I just need you more. I just need you to do more while from this distance. And I was like, and she was like, well, why don't you tell me? Things that you got going on. I'm like, well, because like we in two separate households. Like we're in two separate households. So like, what do I really need to tell you that goes on here? Like,
what you do, what time you be at work, what time you get home, what time your other job, since you got a million and one jobs, do you have time to have your son if I want to send him at a certain time? That's what she's asking you.
But that obviously isn't the point though, because the communication part of it is I told her like, hey, I'll take Miles and however I need to figure out life around here with him, I'll do it. But that wasn't her point. Her point was me calling more, or me upping the volume and calling more, just so she could have like 10 to 15 minutes away to do whatever she needs to do, clean the kitchen, make the bed, fold clothes, whatever the case is, to kind of keep him distracted for 10 to 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, however long it takes her while I'm on the phone with him to distract him. So I'm like, all right, okay, I can up the volume, what I'm saying, me calling more. I can up the volume to kind of, take some of that load off of her. So, okay, cool. Now, that was good communication because I didn't know that she needed that. All right, cool. I accept that. Now, how I go beyond communicating with her, I mean, I have to improve it, obviously, but, I'm just still kind of bad at communicating.
You can find you a communication class.
They don't make those.
I'm pretty sure they do. I'm pretty sure in today's world they do.
Well, that's why I have this platform now. To communicate, to up the communication, and to get out the message that communication, 1, is very valuable, 2, is needed, and 3, just open your fucking mouth and things could just be different.
Tell more of your men that. That's what you need to do. Tell more of your men that to open their mouth and come.
It's hard though.
Why? Why?
Because it's a pride thing sometimes. And
there is the number one thing right there.
It's a pride thing. It's an ego thing. It's my name is my name type of thing. Like like I can handle everything I can.
But if you are with somebody that you claim to love, till thy kingdom come more than life itself, why can't you trust that person enough to have that conversation and communicate with them and put all that pride crap away and talk to them? Why is it still a struggle to do that with somebody that you claim to love so deeply? Why? Crickets. Yeah.
That's $1 million question.
Crickets.
It's legit hard though. Like it's not. For me, it's not that I may not trust you with the information. It's not that I may not want you to know, but it's the pride, it's the ego in me. Like, no, I can't let her know that because I don't want her to look at me differently. No, I can't let her see that because then, she might think differently of me or whatever the case is.
Okay, but is that like a trauma thing that it came from somewhere? Or is something that you just gonna assume for the rest of your life that every woman is gonna do that to you?
It may
because not all women do that. Because I for sure do not do that. I don't care about your pride. I don't care about your ego. I don't care about how much money you got in your bank account. I don't care about none of that shiznit. Just communicate and be honest with me. The more you communicate and open up yourself and talk, oh baby, we can move mountains together. Because I promise you, it's going to be us against the world. I am the best Bonnie to somebody's Clyde. But hey, they don't want that. They can keep putting up that pride, and then they just going to keep looking for these whack birds in the streets, I guess. I don't know. That's going to run when the problem comes instead of facing it head on with them.
Yeah, no, I mean, I've seen that happen before. Being with somebody and they were just like, all right, what else? What else you got? Cool. We gonna handle it this way. We're gonna handle it that way. And it does feel good when you can communicate and tell that person that. You know what I'm saying? Like it does feel good. It feels like at least I felt wanted. I felt liked. Still, like okay, she didn't judge me. So I think that's another part of it too. Like you don't want to be judged because like one, you the man, so you got to provide and you got to do all of this shit to be a man, and then when you fall short in some facet, it's like damn. Now she looking at me crazy, but that's all in our head. But I can say that's all in our head though.
Duh. Do fools. What's the first three word? What's the first three letters in assumption? Okay.
Shin.
Okay. Okay.
But when you assume, it's not just making an ass out of me. It's also you too, because I'm assuming that you're gonna take it a different type of way.
No, you're just making an ass of yourself.
But
just yourself.
A
just yourself.
You.
Just yourself. Just yourself. Yourself. Mm-hmm.
Well, communication, like I said, is really, really vital, and I'm still learning. I'm a growing boy. Like the light bulb went off for me. I said I'm a growing boy. Yes, I may be on my 7th anniversary of being 30, but I said what I said. My 7th anniversary of being 30. Okay, and I may have 3 children, but that's not the point though. The light bulb still continues to go off. I'm not the same Nick that I was yesterday, and I won't be the same Nick today that I'm going to be tomorrow.
Thank God you wasn't the same Nick 4 years ago, because I still be hating you.
I'm definitely not the same Nick from 4 years ago, because you was definitely knocking me aside my head a lot of the time. Yeah.
It's me. What?
Who's calling you crazy?
Look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. Okay.
It wasn't me.
Okay.
But you know why. I gave you the examples. I gave you examples of why. Folks looking out. I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
Folks looking out the cut like they Batman. Cake flowing in the wind and everything like.
I don't know what you talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. But it's all good, though.
Talk about. Don't know what you're talking about, dog.
I bet you know what I'm talking about. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Has a cowl on, looking down. The socks like
good old days of 2019, 2020. Good old days.
Good old days of 2019, 2020.
Good old days. COVID times bad, man.
I mean, that was the time to be alive for you.
Whatever.
But we grew from that, right?
Thank God.
Thank God. Thank you, Jesus. We came a long way from that. You grown. You at least from my perspective, you grown. Maturity wise, person wise, like communicating wise, like you definitely don't act the same like you did back then. Like nowhere near it. You don't act the same at all.
I've calmed down so much, and I am grateful for the growth.
Yes.
Beyond grateful.
And that's what it's all about.
Lord knows I'd have been in jail over y'all peoples.
Over y'all people?
Mm-hmm. I said what I said. I said what I said.
I'm not even about to ask about Pacific Dam. I'm just saying, like, us penis people.
I said what I said.
Okay, Nene.
Exactly. I said what I said.
Well, I don't want to hold you up. I don't want to hold you up too much longer. I just wanted to say thank you, Miss Nikisha, for being a part of the very first roster of guests that I plan on having on the show. I do hope that this message does reach a lot of people, that mainly guys, to be honest with you.
All of them.
Guys like it's okay to open up your mouth and just
I'm
talk.
gonna tell you who to tag when you share it, so they can personally look at it.
Do I know this person?
You know all of them,
I know all of them.
all of them,
Okay.
all of them. You can start from different states and work your way to Virginia.
I could do that. I could do that. But I do hope, the biggest takeaway from all of this is the fact that guys, open up your mouth, man. Like, they don't bite, bro. They might hit you side your head, if you take too long to tell them, but they don't bite, man. And as guys, women, whatever your flavor is, both sides of the spectrum, or whatever. Communication is key, is vital. Like, it will keep you alive in a greater sense of the word, alright? Like, it will keep you alive, alright? It will keep things flowing. It'll keep things, you'll feel better if you talk.
And then you can stop lying too. Just be honest. Just because you're communicating doesn't mean you're being honest. Tell the truth too.
Now that's a different. That's a topic I got coming. So don't even worry about it.
Just because you communicate, that don't mean you're being honest. You could just be lying, dogs.
Lying, dog.
Telling people one thing but living another lie.
Yeah.
You got some low down friends. I'm finna be all types of bees in the whatever this air. I'm finna be it all, and I live for it. I live for it. Yes. Can't wait. When you gonna put this out so I can get my calendar ready and my thumbs ready? Cause I'm finna share it to everybody. Everybody gonna see this one. If they ain't seen the last two, they gonna see number 3. Let's go.
Very, 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 very slow. It might not be an episode 4 at this one. You know what I'm saying? It might be shut down. I might be shut down after this one.
Whoops. Not my bad.
Well, so do you have any parting words for the masses of people?
Communication goes, it's not just for relationship, it is definitely for business, for friendships, for personal. If closed mouths don't get fed. If you don't say it, you never know what's going to happen. The worst that is going to happen is somebody tell you no, or they don't want to talk about it, or you might just get a positive response if you just communicate, but if you won't know that until you communicate.
The wise words from Nikisha Keisha, Communication Abrahams, y'all. That is her actual better name. Communication is her better name.
Whatever.
Well, until next time, friends, family. Like I said before, like, share, subscribe to the page. I love you guys. Thank you for the support, continued support. And until the next time,